Okay, we finally made it to this point. Here it is, the finale of the first Civilization 6 AI-only battle on a world map. So I have two things to say. The vote will be on my Twitter account, which I'll leave a link in the description below. And if you want to see a preview for the next Civ 6 AI-only battle, I'll be doing something on my Instagram story, so you can kind of see a preview from there. But anyways, let's get into it. Now, the funny thing is, at the end of that last video, I said, I wonder if there's going to be any civs that make any sort of late game aggressive pushes. And of course, it's Vicky. Of course, so she just kicked out Felipe from Europe. Felipe is left with one city. Spain has been, he actually might be eliminated here. There's only 5 turns left until turn 500, but he has one city. And so because of that, I knew I had to include Vicky in the vote. So before anyone starts voting, I would say please wait maybe till the end of the video. We'll talk about some things, so don't just jump into your choice. We have two votes exactly. So I've got the pick for like the one that actually did the best. There's gonna be 3 civs on that like number 1 who actually won this Civilization 6 AI only battle. That'd be the Aztecs, the Congo, obviously, and England. And because Vicky did so well, and I knew that if I didn't include her, people would flip out, and I get it. She was this late game aggressor, and as well as I've checked on some statistics over the break, and England actually has the number 1 military in the world right now. So that's another kind of statistic that we can talk about. I included the Aztecs in the Congo because for the most part they've dominated the entire series, but also because they both lead in number of civics and technologies that have been discovered and things like that. So they've been leaders in this world through science and culture. So you gotta give them credit for that. And then clearly England was the military powerhouse, and don't forget she did some pretty cool colonization that I was pretty happy with. So the second vote will be kind of an honorable mentions. I like to keep the number 1 vote kind of limited to kind of so to make the choice a little bit easier for everybody. But I do understand that some people should be in the honorable mentions. Maybe they didn't win the game, but they had a fun time. And Norway definitely being one of them. I thought they could have colonized a little bit better, to be honest here. I think they could have colonized a little bit more, but hey, they still got up over here to Canada and got a little bit of land. But I felt like they could have done way better because remember, they get access to deep sea sailing way earlier than every other civ, but nonetheless, they had a fun time. Next is China. We got to give some credit to China. I mean, they didn't really get into any wars. They tried to take out Korea. Didn't really work out to them, for them that well, but they tried. They also grabbed a little bit of Japanese mainland, which I'm sure really upset Hojo. Japan will also be on the honorable mentions list. Man, you got to give it to them. They really, I mean, it would personally be between Japan would be one of the first ones that I would consider for this vote. They colonized all of the Pacific coast here. Remember, they went after both the Aztecs and America at one point. They also, I think, didn't they go after Brazil? They weren't successful, but and they have the Panama Canal. So got to give them a little bit of credit. I believe these two are at war, by the way. So that's kind of interesting. There's only like 4 turns left. Are they? Yes, they are. And keep in mind, the Aztecs have like no military. I think that's something that, I would consider here as a voter. The Aztecs have like no military, so I would watch out for that. Congo, if I'm going to talk about bad things for look at this little defensive pact war right here, or Norway declared on England, England's declared war on the Congo. If I'm going to talk about the negatives for all of these civs before I finish up the honorable mentions thing, the Congo didn't really do much. They don't really have that big of a navy. I mean, they're embarking on a land invasion. That's pretty good. They did take on Egypt at one point. Didn't they take over an Egyptian city? Not 100% if this one is or what they took over, but Congo didn't really do much. England didn't either. There's definitely arguments for all of them. Like, here's the thing for England. England really could have taken out probably France a lot longer ago. They tried multiple wars with Spain. They finally got it done, and I think England is now going after the Congo. Again, the whole series is going to end at 500, at turn 500. So there won't really be any sort of late game things that happen outside of that, but nonetheless, things just should be kept in mind when choosing that number 1 winner. Okay, so I've talked about Japan. Poland, another one. Hey, definitely give credit to Poland. They almost lost their city. Keep that in mind. They almost lost these 2 cities, and they still have all of this crap pillaged. But they were able to get up and around Russia. Russia, remember, when they settle their cities, they get tons more tiles from founding a new city than base game civs. And they went up around them towards the north and grabbed all of, almost towards, like, way over towards eastern Siberia almost. And gotta give them just credit for that, just surviving and colonizing in a really tough position, because they could have been Germany, where Germany just didn't do anything. Germany just kind of didn't do anything for this series, so that was not good. Obviously, Brazil needs to be in the honorable mention, even though they had, I did not realize they had to give up the city to the Aztecs. Oh man, if I didn't make the vote already hard enough, yeah, they had to, I guess, peace out last second. That really sucks. So remember, the Aztecs already had this city in northern, kind of in Venezuela, Colombian territory, but wow, yeah, Brazil still in the honorable mentions. I can't do anything about it. I didn't see that before. Remember, the Aztecs also have Australia here, which was, I think, pretty cool. India definitely needs to be talked about. India did great colonizing. I think that they stayed. Remember, they defended themselves against 2 offensive Chinese wars, and they almost turned it around on them. Again, this is Prince difficulty, so I wasn't expecting. Oh, that's beautiful. Is this Broadway? Yeah, that is absolutely beautiful. I'm getting distracted. Anyways, yeah, so Gandhi was able to defend himself twice, almost turn the tables. He wasn't able to exactly do that, but nonetheless, he still had a pretty good game, and I think that's everybody inside of the honorable mentions. But anyway, so go ahead and leave your vote on the Twitter account, and if you want to see a sneak peek of the next AI-only battle, we'll be jumping into that pretty soon, actually, before we see the results for this game. But yeah, that's going to be on my Instagram stories, and it'll be kind of easier to show up video there. So you can look there and see a little sneak peek, and we'll be getting into that really soon. And that one is going to be a completely different game. I've done several tests over there, and that is going to be, oh man, way different AI behavior. And I was waiting to this point to reveal it. I can say 2 things. The AI does definitely behave a lot differently, a lot more different than when you disable certain victory types. So when you do domination, I'm so immature. When you have only domination victory enabled, they do act way more aggressive, and I can confirm the AI is much better on deity. Much better on deity. They still have their problems, let's not give them too much credit. I know that they're gonna still have their issues. That happens in every game, but yeah, the things that people were complaining about on Prince difficulty in this series will be much less prevalent in the next series. So that's all I'm going to say about that. But anyways, yes, let me know in the vote. England found a new city. Where did they find that at? Where did they possibly find room? I have no idea, unless they settled like the South Pole or something. There was still all this land that they never grabbed. India, remember, has like the South Pole. Oh my gosh, where did they go? I kind of don't want to end this video until I figure that out. It's turned 499, and everything kind of just like lags out, or yeah, things get kind of really weird when we go up to over 500. Excuse me. Okay, I don't see where it's at. India was almost gonna settle. So was Norway. Oh, was it in the Caribbean? You guys are probably. I'm hoping that you guys saw it. Maybe I just can't see it. I have no idea where it went, but okay. Oh, is it in Africa? Dude, I have no idea where the city was at. I'm probably blind, so maybe I will talk about that unless you guys see it. Yeah, you guys probably found it. Anyways, okay. No one settled Hawaii, which also kind of sucks. Yeah, last few things. No one really settled on any of the islands. The AI definitely doesn't like islands, very clearly. They kind of stayed away from... and that makes a lot of sense in Civilization 6. You don't want to settle in areas where you can't make a lot of room for yourself to, build out with districts and things like that. Okay, I cannot find the city. But anyways, let me know with the votes. I'll come back in a couple days, and we'll talk about the results, and then we'll be jumping into the next AI-only battle very soon. Oh, there it is. Okay, I was losing my mind. I could not find this thing. I could not find this. Okay, very small city, but hey, maybe they get a little bit of extra points from viewers. We'll see. Again, as I said, I'm just so happy that the performance of the game never really got too slow. We were always able to continue to move. The last part of the series was was way easier than I was able to do in kind of Civilization 5, where I was able to kind of do stops at every 50 turns, especially on Prince difficulty, because there wasn't that much that was going on at all times. It really helps. On deity difficulty, we might need to change up the formula a little bit, maybe to every 25 turns, skipping and then revisiting what's happening. But for Prince, it worked out perfectly, and I was able to continue to go through the turns, and things worked out well, and maybe in the future I'll try it on a bigger Earth map and maybe a higher difficulty. But anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.